Good morning everybody, it's Jason here and it's Thursday the 9th of April, which I think is day 21 of my Digging for Antigua project. I haven't recorded video for a couple of days. I did a huge amount of things yesterday, so I didn't record any video. You can hear in the background a car going past today. Seems to be quite a lot more traffic than normal for some reason, I'm not really sure why. I think Kirsty had to go this morning in to see Inland Revenue to do the monthly submissions for last month. For some reason you can't do that online. You can do it online, a lot of the other contributions, but not Inland Revenue and VAT. So anyway, so she went in to do that. Maybe everybody else is doing similar as well. The restrictions have been extended for another week or so in Antigua, so it's more or less business as it has been for the last week. And I've just been continuing to do watering and looking after the seedlings. So just a quick look at what I did yesterday and this morning. I've got the seeds here that I planted on the 6th are all underneath there, waiting to germinate. Hopefully they're already germinating, they just haven't popped up yet. Here's a few of the seedlings from 2 days ago that we got and I repotted. Looks like I haven't killed the beetroot, so they're still alive. And the couple of other seedlings which were like strays, which I thought might also die, haven't. So just shows you how resilient these things are. The seedlings that were in the kitchen, these are all my different varieties of peppers, 6 different varieties, and the dill and the thyme seems to have disappeared. I brought them out into the garage now to harden them off a little bit, give them a bit more light. There's 3 of the squash seeds that were in the kitchen originally, and I brought the slips outside as well. It's much brighter out here. Once I decided to use this area, I thought, well, I might as well use this as my main seeding and seedling area. I've been twisting more and more slips off these. They're still going strong, and I planted 3 out the other day, and there's still more in the water there. The orange one's going pretty well, or half of it is. The other half not doing anything at all, so I'm not really sure. Maybe just these purple ones were a little bit better at growing slips. Proceedings on the balcony are more or less as they have been for a long time. I planted a load more radish seeds in there just on top of the others, so we'll see whether any of those come through. Coriander's still going good, I still haven't thinned it out. Basil's going good, a few more herbs coming in that one. I think that's parsley, nothing from the beans and the mint. The tomato seedlings, which were getting quite stringy, I've repotted them and I've put them out here again to give them a bit of physical stimulation in the breeze and also a lot more light out here. There's a couple of other pumpkins, the Chinese seed trays, just more or less what they were last time you saw them. And then these are the onions there on the right. If you look straight down the middle, there's a line of seedlings, if I can point to it here, where there's things coming through. These are some of the original peppers that I sowed on the 20th of March. They've just started coming through in the last couple of days. Looks like at least 3 of them are coming through. So how long have they taken to germinate? 21 days? That's quite amazing. Never give up on them, never give up. And a few more stray tomato seeds down there. The biggest news from my point of view that I've started putting things out in the land. Kirsty asked me yesterday what we should call this area. Not quite sure what you should call it, the allotment or whatever. I might call it the allotment. So we can see first of all there's something actually planted in the ground. I planted the passion fruit vine in the ground, so that's growing in the ground. All these other seedlings, I put them in here. If I see if I can open the gate while I'm looking at through the video camera. Managed to do it again. So then all these other seedlings are out here in the sort of outdoor conditions that they're going to have to be in when they're actually planted out. So all these seedlings were potted on yesterday. Apart from those are the pumpkin seeds that I planted, and I brought those out this morning. These others I brought out yesterday, so this is various different things. That's cucumbers and peppers, that's the corn, that's the potato slips, onions, and various other things, lettuces and all this other kind of stuff. They're all thriving out here, they're all doing really well. I wanted to put them out here just because it introduces them to the full sun and also gives them a little bit of a breeze, which helps strengthen the seedlings. They get a bit too leggy and spindly if they don't get a little bit of physical stimulation. So everything's looking good. Just as I finished recording that last video, Maisie said, why not call it the greenhouse instead of the allotment? Obviously it isn't made of glass, so it's not entirely appropriate, but it is green. So maybe I'll call it the greenhouse or the allotment. Leave a comment and tell me what you think. Good morning everybody, it's Jason here, and it's day 22 of my Digging for Antigua project. It's Friday, it's April the 10th, and it's Good Friday as well. I don't know if you can hear in the background, but it's really, really quiet here in Piccadilly in Antigua. It's a glorious sunny day today. There's a picture of the field next to our house and the mountains in the distance towards English Harbour. And it's very, very quiet today. Very big contrast to yesterday. There was a lot of people rushing around yesterday morning during the brief few hours when they're allowed to escape curfew and go for some shopping and stuff. People filling up for today, because today we're in complete lockdown. No one's allowed outside apart from reserved professions, and all the shops are shut, so you can't go out and buy any kind of food or anything at all today. Only if you had an emergency, I guess, in a medical emergency, you can go to hospital or whatever. I wasn't actually planning to do a lot of videoing today, but I felt I had to have a look at these chaps. I don't know if you can tell from yesterday. This thing here has grown 6 inches overnight. This was one of those orange potatoes that weren't really producing many slips. It took a long time for it to get going. This is the purple ones that are going great guns. This one, on the other hand, didn't produce anything. Last night, when I went to bed, it was no higher than here. This has grown overnight. Quite amazing. So obviously got a lot of photosynthesis yesterday in this nice bright new location. These ones also have grown crazy. This one I think is doubled in height overnight as well. This one's grown quite a lot. These ones I twisted new bits off yesterday, so they were looking a little bit sparse, but yeah, they've grown overnight. That's quite incredible. Just looked underneath this shelf as well, and you can see that some of the cantaloupe seedlings have germinated. Yay! These were cantaloupe seedlings that we gathered from a cantaloupe that we bought at the supermarket. Little close-up of 2 of these cantaloupe seedlings. Last night when I went to bed, there was nothing visible, and they've grown an inch overnight. Now, a couple of hours later than when I took the first few videos today, and I've moved the seedlings around again. I've taken some of the ones from the balcony and put them back out here in the garage. You can see the ones that I've done. I've also repotted these tomato seedlings, which I think I repotted initially too early. So they were in this seed tray here, in that slot there. And when they got their first few leaves, after the cotyledonous leaves, I decided to repot them. I think that was a mistake. And I kept them in the dark a little bit too long, and on the balcony, and I think that they suffered for it a little bit. So what I've done is I've had a little look on the internet and I've repotted them. And here you can see they're in very deep pots. These are just, I don't know, 8 or 12 ounce drinking cups. Put some holes in the bottom, put some compost in, and then buried these seedlings up to their necks. Apparently they can root from the stem, so this isn't a big problem. These seedlings at this stage still haven't got very big roots, so if anybody else is growing tomatoes, and next time I grow tomatoes, I won't repot them until they get well beyond this little bit of a stage, and I'll try and give them more light when they first come out. So now they're all in this very bright area in the garage. I'm just moving back so you can see it. I've really done it because of the supernatural growth that these seedlings have seen over the last sort of 18 hours or so. So let's hope that I can repeat it with these. Maybe I'm overthinking it, maybe I'm doing this fiddling around too much. We will see. I bet you're wondering why I'm showing you a picture of the compost heap. Well, this is the reason. I've planted out this pawpaw or papaya tree. It's starting to lose a couple of its leaves. I'm not sure whether that's abnormal or normal. It's definitely growing some new growth from the top, you see down there. So I decided to plant it out, and this is the position I've chosen. This gets sun more or less all the day. I'm going to have to water it. Hopefully it's not too close to the fence. These things don't grow too thick, so I think it should be okay there, and it's getting a nice sunny position. Hopefully that will be good. And I've just read something this morning saying that you actually need more than one papaya tree to actually get fruit, because they can't self-pollinate, so maybe I have to get another one.